Don't y'all be judging my dirty kitchen. I'm gonna talk a little quietly because I'm telling a story about my neighbors and their home because we all are. So I hope you can hear this. Challenges, we all have them. We got a lot of them right now. Shit is fucking crazy, but I don't want to talk about the hives I've had since May or the fact that I'm like immune compromised, so I'm holed up in my apartment and actually have been for like a week and a half. I want to talk about a challenge that is something I've been dealing with my whole life. I'm dealing with kind of even more now. I don't know if you guys have heard of misophonia. Some people don't think it's like a real thing, but certain sounds and like especially rhythms, like the phrase driving me up the wall is like not sufficient. It makes me want to like scratch my skin until I bleed. Like for some reason it makes me want to cause like self-harm even though I'm not the one doing it. Like hammering especially, repetitive knocking, EDM music. For real, I fucking hate EDM. It's almost like my heart tries to match like the beat of it. So if the song is like I'm like I have to like take a deep breath even just doing that. So as a kid and pretty much my whole life as long as I can remember, I've always been like this. And I mean, I'll get songs stuck in my head that piss me off. I used to sit by the radio and call the radio station, ask them to play the song that was stuck in my head because I'd only know part of the lyrics. And so it would just repeat that over and over. And I wouldn't even be in control of it. Like one time it was that Breakfast at Tiffany's song and stuck in my head was, and I said, not even the what about part. It was just literally, and I said, and I said. And I was just like, you're probably singing at home right now because it's really impossible to not say, what about Breakfast at Tiffany's? But I would just sit there, listen to the radio, like record it on my tape as soon as it would play it, write it down line by line, memorize the song, sing it in my head, and that would make it go away. It's probably something I convince myself that's happening. But anyways, it works. Unfortunately, with some of the things we're dealing with quarantine, I can't do that because it's really hard to like, well, it's not hard to, but I don't want to memorize the loud Green Day songs that my neighbor across the hall is playing over and over again and getting hammered to in the middle of the day and singing really loudly. But I did hear through the walls that he recently experienced a death in the family, so I've been kind of giving him a pass on that. And sometimes he plays the B-52s. Like I was in here mouthing Love Shack the other night and just having a dance party in my living room because it was loud enough for me to fully hear it in my apartment. But he's not even really the issue. The problem is my upstairs neighbors who are quarantined. And great, I'm glad. Quarantine yourselves. We should all be doing it. But they're off work and they are fucking morning, noon, and night. Sometimes in different times of the day, not morning, noon, and night. I've woken up to them fucking for the past 6 days. And then on Sunday, I actually woke up and then I like couldn't go back to sleep and I went back to take a nap later and then they started fucking again and woke me up a second time for that day. So I was getting pretty irritated. I started reading articles. All the articles are like, you should go talk to them. Just tell them. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that because what's going to happen is I'm going to think of all the things to say and then I'm going to see them in the parking lot and just be like, wow, you guys can really fuck, right? Like, I'm just like not going to be able to stop myself from acting like that. So I read a couple articles that were like, don't fucking talk to them. Leave them alone. Let people have their loud sex. And it's not even that their sex is that loud. Like I can hear her like, oh yeah. Like I never hear the guy unless he's like actually about to come. But it's the bed. It's like above my bed. And it's like I can even hear it in the kitchen. And so waking up to that is just like incredibly frustrating. So what I read that could be helpful is that I should just play music loud from my bedroom and maybe like they'll realize they can hear me, I can probably hear them, you know. So I did that the other morning. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just get up early. Like I don't normally get up early, but whatever. So I got up early and I put some music on. I started playing this song Cool With You by this band Hers that I really like, and it's a pretty chill song. I thought it'll make me feel happy in the morning while I'm making my coffee, not hearing the sex sounds, and it won't like ruin their vibe. But then later when I went to take the nap and they woke me up again, I was like, okay. All right, well, what's happening now is I'm gonna troll you so hard from down here. and I feel like an asshole, and I am an asshole for doing it. I'm just admitting it to you. Like, we're all going crazy right now. So I put on a regular song. I can't remember what it was, and then like a few seconds into that song, I switched it to the Game of Thrones theme song, the intro music. Da na 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 na, and it's like oh yeah, oh yeah, and the guy's not saying anything. I played it for just like a few seconds, and then I started to feel bad about it. I probably played it for like 15 or 20 seconds. I feel bad about it, and then I switch it back to whatever song it was, and I like stop hearing the fucking, and I'm like, oh no, did I ruin it for her? Because as soon as he heard the Game of Thrones theme song, he just like came immediately. And then I listened for a few more seconds, and like I started to hear it like slowly ramp back up, and I was like, all right, they're okay. But they definitely experienced a moment where they were mid fuck, and both of them in the back of their minds while trying to stay engaged were like, who's watching Game of Thrones like right now? I don't know what they thought, but I kind of felt bad about it later, and from now on I'm gonna just try to keep living my life, like letting my neighbors live theirs, and just like, you know, take my temperature every 5 minutes and try to remain calm. We're all in this together. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you guys are watching this on Facebook and you can think of any songs I could play that would like make me feel better about not hearing the bed squeak and also not harsh their vibe, I'm open to compliments. Oh my God, I don't know why I say compliments. I'm open to suggestions and always compliments. I should edit this, but I'm not gonna. That's for you. Love you, Asheville Moth. We're awesome, and like, thanks Sarah for organizing this always and now, and like everyone who's posting stories, I can't wait to watch them.